Wrestling sauce. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're here. Pro Wrestling Sauce. Let me get us up and running. There we are. Here we are. Turn me up a little bit. Here we are live. Right on time, pretty much. Right on time. It was a few minutes behind, but we are right on time. Pro Wrestling Sauce here every Wednesday on the Slipper House Extra Extra YouTube channel at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. You're probably getting tonight a Josh Solo show. Now, I'm usually joined here with my brother Jacob. Always with my brother Jacob. He's usually a standby. You know, a go-to. But he's supposed to be flying out to Germany. Jacob is supposed to be flying out to Germany today. Huh? What? No. And he wanted me to let everybody know that he has not left yet, but he is, I guess, in preparation to be leaving. So he won't be joining us here tonight, and we wish Jacob safe travels. He may pop in. You never know. He could pop in here. But he's usually the one that is always going to be by my side here, as it is Pro Wrestling Sauce with Jacob and Josh there. And we have Cowboy Nate and Saban, who are welcome to pop in at any time as well. You never know when they might show up as well. Cowboy sent me a text earlier. And he said, what do you think about this CM Punk situation? He said there's rumors. Like, I've seen it. It's all like Sportskeeda type posting, Wrestle Purist type posts that are like, CM Punk not happy with his contract, wants it to be reworked. He's gonna leave. And it's like, is that really the case? Is that really what's going on here? I think that there maybe is a little bit of validity to it. There's a little bit of truth in there, maybe. It's strange how CM Punk said right after WrestleMania, I'm not going anywhere. You guys can trust me. I will never abandon you. I'm not going anywhere. Even if I lost the title, I'm not going anywhere. And what does he do? He goes somewhere. He leaves. CM Punk's out of here, guys. He's gone, right? Where's And
I'll kill Hulkamania once and for all.
Yikes. I don't know how loud that was for everyone else, but that was loud for me. CM Punk's out of here. Right, at least for the time being. He hasn't had a statement. WWE hasn't had a statement. These are all rumors. This is all hearsay. This is all online spreading. But it is weird. It's weird how he said, I'm not going anywhere. And then he's gone. Let's not forget his wife, AJ Lee. Triumphant return, right? Oh, everybody's so excited for AJ Lee. She's back. Jake said his bus is here to pick him up, to take him to the plane. Oh, man. He said he's sad. It's all right, Jake. You'll get through it, man. You're going on an adventure, dude. It's going to be fun. But what I was saying about AJ Lee is that she made this triumphant return. And there was a lot of hoopla and, confetti for this return of AJ Lee. And I was excited about it, too. And it fell flatter than a pancake. The ring rust was more than just rust. It corroded, and pieces had broken off at this point. It was not what it had used to be. Even on the mic, the skills just weren't cutting the mustard. She was out there doing a weird impression of like, I don't know. I don't of CM Punk in a weird way, but she was like pausing at weird points. She was talking like Christopher Walken or something. I don't know. AJ Lee just wasn't doing it for us, and she left the company kind of in a weird fashion. If you ask me, she had the big WrestleMania moment and or entrance, and then the dud of a match at WrestleMania, a real dud, a real forgettable 4 to 6 minutes that was, and then she's gone. She's gone, and CM Punk, he sticks around for a little bit, loses his title, comes out and says, "You know what? I lost my title, but I'm not going anywhere. I I wouldn't do that to you guys again. I'm not going anywhere." Right? And he's gone. And he's been gone. He's been gone. And there's really been no say. We've seen some pictures of him up in the gym, looking yoked, looking like he's, eating the PEDs. He's on the juice a little bit, maybe. Right? This is corporate man Punk. If that's the case, we either got one of two situations. We either got corporate man Punk. He's gone full corporate man, and he's on the juice, and he's getting beefed up. He's becoming a swole with it, brother, beef castle. Or he's pissed about something, which sounds more likely scenario, doesn't it? It's CM Punk we're talking about here. He's probably pissed about something, and he's holding out for that reason. There's no legality things. There's no legality things. I know that people bring up the fight in the airport and stuff like that. I don't think so. I don't think so. By the way, we had Dirt in the chat who said he just ate 1 pound of sauteed mushrooms, which he knows I love sauteed mushrooms. I'm not sure why he would come in and try to rub that into my face. But thanks, Dirt, for for being here. And safe travels to Jacob as his bus arrives. Let's get a little Teddy Long gif going for Jake, right? Get a little Teddy. Let's get some Teddy in here. There we go. That's for Jake. Jake needs to see that. Jake, if you're watching the stream at home or on your travels there, this is for you. This Teddy Long. Teddy Long dog. Think about Teddy Long eating a hot dog. Teddy Long dog. All right. Good stuff. All right. Well, we might as well get into it. I guess I got to talk about a little bit of wrestling. What are we going to hit first here, right? We go all the way back to SmackDown, right? That's usually what we do. Let me reply to Jacob there. All right, I replied to him. He's good and on his way. Let's see here. We've got let's hit SmackDown first, right? That makes the most sense since Raw was our most recent thing. We're going to back up all the way to this past Friday on the 5th. And we started it off with Gunther coming out and announcing that he wants justice, right? He wants justice for the hubbub that happened in his match with Cody Rhodes. Don't remind me. Like, put your foot on the rope. I went on a total rant last week about putting your foot on the damn rope, and I feel like doing it again. I feel like just going off again. Why are we hesitating? Why can't we get the foots on the ropes? Huh? Everybody's having an issue with this, and Gunther seemed to have an issue with this. It's like my foot's under the rope. Like, it would have been more of a solid thing to have it on the rope to be mad about, I feel like. But under the rope, I guess you can still be mad about this. Ref didn't see it. He's talking about how great his ring awareness is. I mean, I like what he's laying down here to try to cover his ass. I do like that. But But it wasn't that great. I wasn't that thrilled with this promo here from Gunther. And we had an addition to this, which made it a little bit better, which was Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn came out here, and I'm really liking the Sami Zayn character. I know. Let me hit it. Right, where is it? Do we have it in here?
I do not like Sami Zayn.
I know. I'm not supposed to like him, but I don't like babyface. Hoorah! Whoa, Sami Zayn. I like Weasel Boy, Sami Zayn. I like Big Weasel. That's what we're calling him now, Big Weasel. He's Sammy Big Weasel Zayn, baby. The Big Weasel. You all right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's the Big Weasel. I didn't know if the Big Weasel got you or not. Big Weasel could have came in here. Sami Zayn, the Big Weasel. No, I like Sami Zayn and what he's putting down. I think it's a great addition to Gunther and Cody. Do I think Gunther and Cody could have stood on its own? Absolutely. I think Gunther didn't really get the justice, he deserved here for what he's been through. I mean, the man's tapped out the Jey Uso. He's had to listen to it for years on end. You can't tell me those chants still don't happen. I was just at a SmackDown where they were happening. We need to get rid of that stink, and it's not going to happen with him losing dumb matches like this. Put by having his foot accidentally under the rope, the ref didn't see it. Like, kick out, dude. If you have the ring awareness, you have to have the ring awareness to kick out. That's all really Cody could have said in a retort. But Cody's going to have a long-winded retort like he always does. And before the match even took place at Clash, Gunther cooked Cody on the mic, and it seemed like the crowd was kind of hot and getting behind Gunther. I know they were overseas and not here in the States, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it resonated here online, at least. People were just like, yeah, man, fuck it. Throw the strap on Gunther. It's Gunther's time. And it just didn't roll that way, which really stinks. I really wanted it to. But now it seems like we're going to be set up for a triple threat match. A triple threat match leading in to our next pay-per-view here, which I'm excited for, and like I said, I do like Sami Zayn's current character. I think it's fun. I think he should be the one that kind of comes out on top of this thing. If he's added, it does kind of screw Gunther again, though, which is upsetting because I want Gunther to have his day. It's not fair. He's getting Drew McIntyre. Gunther is like getting Drew McIntyre. Drew's not there right now, so they're like, we got to do this to somebody. I guess that's what's going on here. I don't know, but I wish all three men all the best. Cody the least of luck, Cody the least of luck. I'm not like LA Knight, who is going to wish you luck 1,000 times. Like he did to Jey Uso. We'll talk about that promo coming up. Oh, what do we have next? Let's see here. All right, then we had the Judgment Day backstage. No one cares. That's what I wrote here. And you see them in the thumbnail. You see the Judgment Day in the thumbnail, and I wrote Snoozefest of the summer, because that's what it is. It's the Snoozefest of the summer. They shouldn't even be here. This faction shouldn't even be here. We shouldn't be saying Judgment Day. It's Judgment Decade. It's the Judgment Decade. Okay, we're being judged for 10. It's gonna be go over a decade, 10 plus years. Okay, it's gonna be bad, real bad. Okay, by the end of all this, we're gonna be having a find out who's the custody of Dominick Mysterio Jr. on ladder match between Dominick and Adam Pearce. uh, you know, I mean that's better than what they're doing now. Let's not give them any credit. Let's not make my my pitch there season the storyline that we currently have at all, because the shit sucks. It sucks. The Dominic is just like all this stuff that's kind of happening is it doesn't have anybody's heads turning, and it's so like wackadoo. It's like it's real. I watched Rat Race the other night, and that's what this whole like Judgment Day involvement with everything reminds me of. It's like Rat Race. All right, it's just real wackadoo comedy style humor, and I'm not into it. And having people like Oba Femi get involved with it is, meh. We'll see how that goes, right? We'll see how that goes. Then we had, speaking of the Judgment Day, we had Raquel Rodriguez versus JC Jane versus Kiana James versus Bailey. Okay. This is a Queen of the Ring quarterfinal fatal 4-way match. And we didn't have any of the people accompanying the others to the ring. So JC Jane didn't have her 2 minions, and Liv Morgan also was not with Raquel. And but Kiana James did have Julia join her. She insisted that Julia join her, and Julia made her way to the ring, and she now looks like Kitty from that 70s show. She's got a new hairdo, and she looks like Kitty, which I thought was great. I was praising it live. I thought it was fantastic. I said, wow. I said, she looks great. She did. She looked great. She had like a green bell bottom suit on, and her hair was all like boom, like Kitty or any of the people from that 70s show at the time. And it was looking good. And I was like, this is a cool twist. And you can kind of feel the turn coming because she's the only one that accompanied Kiana. I mean, the girls down in the ring. She's the only manager down there when everyone there has a manager except for Bailey. So the match went through like 2 commercial breaks. It was very long for a TV match here. But everybody got time, which was nice. So no rush here. Kiana James and Julia, of course, had the miscommunication that led to the turn. And Rodriguez ended up winning this match. This was a decent match. I mean, there wasn't any spots in it that were, it was like, I didn't, thought to be like, oh, this is a crazy spot. Let's highlight this one. It was all right. It was all right. And I think that's the right winner here. And we got some storyline out of it with Kiana James finally leaving Julia. I mean, that pairing, I believe, was just to boost Kiana James. It did nothing for Julia, and hopefully Julia can move on from this and, go places with her new Kitty from that 70s show character. That would be nice. Jake says he's emotional because he's leaving the United States. I bet. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty lucky too. Some people just have to sit there and fart. You get to do it on a plane. And then you get to do it in another country. You get to be like, just think, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. Actually, just think. He's going to get deported instantly. They're going to be like, this ass stinks. We got to get it out of here. All right, then we had Danhausen and The Miz backstage. And The Miz was electrocuted. It shouldn't be funny, but The Miz is the best thing about this, not Danhausen. Okay, I'm not laughing at Danhausen. I'm laughing at The Miz and his great comedic timing. And he did. His pratfall was amazing. he got zapped and he fell over and he was like, like he looked like straight up like Harry from Home Alone 2. He looked great. High altitude gas. Yeah, that's what Jake's having right now. He's getting ready to zoom up there and be like, womp. Right? Yeah, this was funny from The Miz. Great job, Miz. You never cease to amaze us. What do we have here? And then we have Royce Keys versus Tala Tonga. Ooh, yeah. I put out a short a little while ago, and it got some attention where I said that they didn't do right by Royce Keys, that they didn't do what they should have for Royce, and they kind of just dipped their toe in the water when they should have cannonballed in with this man if they wanted to give him any sort of credibility and get us excited for him at all. And they didn't do that. They didn't do that. They didn't even try to pencil dive in. You know, they just dipped their toe in, they swirled it around a little bit, and that's not going to get us going. That's not going to get us jazzed for Royce Keys. You know, I knew he was there, but then I forgot he was there. And then I knew he was there, and then I forgot he was there. And then I see him talking to Jacob Fatu, and I'm like, okay, well, he's his friend. And that's about it. That's about as much as I got from this guy. I know he's had a hard upbringing. I've seen the Survivor-esque sob story thrown in there with his with vignette packages. But I said you weren't doing right by him, and you needed to, give him some sort of credibility. What do you do after I post this short? It's not even a few days later after that short was out. It got a bunch of attention. People were mad about it too. People were like, "Oh, you just want to hear yourself talk," or something like that. And I'm like, okay. And they said it in like a whole paragraph. I'm like, yeah, the guy who wants to hear himself talk is leaving a paragraph YouTube comment. That's who's the guy who wants to hear himself talk. I actually can't even hear myself in the headphones. This is just in case someone joins the show. This is so I can hear them. But because I can't stand it if I hear myself. That would drive me absolutely crazy. Just to clarify. But Royce Keys loses to Tala Tonga. Yes, loses to Tala Tonga. And this sucked. Okay. Yeah, Damian Priest and R-Truth getting involved in it. What the fuck is this? Talk about the C League, right? Talk about God. Talk about you got the choice between like watching some Cheers, some Married with Children, or like Dharma and Greg. You got stuck with Dharma and Greg over here. Nobody wants that. What are they doing with Royce? What are they doing? They're sticking him down here in the C League to dwindle away, rot away with the rest of the fruit that's down there. Yeah. And then they have Johnny Gargano just still laying around with this dead gimmick. He's laying around acting dead because the gimmick's dead. It's not even funny anymore. Candice LeRae is just pointless. She just kind of rolls her eyes and walks away every time. What is the point of doing this every week if there's no payoff? If there's absolutely no payoff, dude. Tommaso Ciampa almost did make the right idea. He did make the right move in being like, fuck this and going to AEW. Because at least he's wrestling over there and people get excited for him. Our Truthhausen, we don't want that shit. Actually, we might. It'll get him away from the Miz. Well, unless they put the Miz. Oh, God. They could put all three of them together, Dirt. We don't want that. Yeah, WWE clearly has no idea what to do with Johnny, and they're kind of just using him as a comedy character and someone to, for people to talk with backstage that, he doesn't have to respond. It's kind of perfect. And then we had Chad Gable. He came back in a backstage segment. The crowd went crazy for Chad Gable, rightfully so, as he has just taken off the mask, as he was donning one as El Grande Americano. And that whole storyline has come to a conclusion in the mask versus mask match with Ludwig Americano versus Gable Americano. and everyone giving Gable mad respect after the match was over, as he gave mad respect back to the luchador community, the luchadors on the roster. R-Truth, the Vampire Slayer. Wow. That's an interesting thought. R-Truth, the Vampire Slayer. I like that. Jake's texting me. All right, so let's move on. We had Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill and Michin. Oh boy. Well, see, I don't even think I watched this. This is one where Jake would be like, "Yeah, we can move on." Yeah, I don't think I watched this. But I know that Cargill won, and I know that it was clunky because I saw some of the clips from this thing, and I saw that they had to edit this thing to death on Twitter. BFAB, of course, slow with her spots at ringside again. What is with that? First with the leg on the ropes, screwing that up, and then slow again here outside at ringside. But yes, Cargill and Michin defeated Tiffany Stratton and Flair. And then we had a video package for Finn Balor because he's coming to SmackDown. Yeah, because there's nothing for him to fucking do on Raw. Thank God, though. Thank God we got someone escaped the Judgment. Someone else has escaped the Judgment Day. They've escaped that, that hole that is the Judgment Day. My hole. You got the Judgment Day and the Bloodline that are just the worst fucking stale bread you've ever had, right? They're just a wheat crouton, on a salad that you didn't order. Oh yes, but then we also had the Viking Raiders, who are the AAA tag team champions. We saw them show up backstage. I made note of that, which is interesting. They're the AAA. The AAA stuff is very interesting. I think they put on a very good show. I might check it out. It comes on Saturdays, I think. It's fun to put on. And then we had Carmelo Hayes versus Ricky Saints. I can tell you right now, I don't know. I'm not a Ricky Saints guy, and I kind of wasn't going in. I don't think the crowd is a Ricky Saints guy either. Not yet. I think this makes a Carmelo Hayes look great. I think putting him out there with Ricky Saints, this new guy no one really likes, is very good. Ricky Saints kind of reminds me of how Dolph Ziggler came in. Everybody kind of hated Dolph. Like, good wrestler. Like, fantastic. Bell to bell, probably one of the best. But everybody hated his guts. Everybody hated his character. Nobody wanted to fuck with him, really. And everybody he got in the ring with, he just made look really good. And that's what Ricky Saints here is doing with Carmelo Hayes. I'm not saying Carmelo Hayes doesn't look good on his own. He's a great wrestler, too. But Ricky Saints, I think, does a good job, making it feel big, like a big-time thing. And he makes the babyface feel like a winner, Saints almost won by count out in this match, but Hayes did make it back in time and ended up not being enough to win, though, as Saints rolled him up with a handful of tights to steal the win. Now they're like 1-1 against each other. So you got Ricky Saints and Carmelo Hayes 1-1 against each other. This was a good match, a little bit faster paced than their last match. When these guys really get some time, I believe they will put on a classic. They're 1-1, so let's hope the payoff is even more sick, Nia Jax, the OTC, absolutely. Put the ones up for Nia. The ones up for Nia. My hole. We need a my hole soundbite, My hole. Imagine that at the end of that. My hole. All right, then we had Lash Legend versus Chelsea Green. And the wrong person won here. We should have had Chelsea Green win this match, right? But we had Lash Legend win this match. I also didn't watch it. Didn't watch this one either. But I know that Chelsea Green's trying to like be the second hand to Tiffany Stratton, which I get. It's like kind of to put her in the title picture of with that title, but I don't know. It's a little playing second, like you're Chelsea Green. I don't know. Let's get to Dominick Mysterio versus Damian Priest versus Trick Williams versus Braun Breaker. This is a King of the Ring fatal 4-way match. And this is not how you think it would go, as Rey Mysterio, his son, Dominick Mysterio, defeated Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest. Yeah, pretty crazy. You didn't think... I thought Breaker was going to win this for sure in some fashion, with killing Dominick Mysterio, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think this was all that great. I thought this could have been better. I thought the women's match at the beginning of the show was a lot better than the men's. The Dominic should... I don't know. Dominic just wasn't looking that great in this match either. Everybody in this match was kind of clunky. I feel like Damian Priest was the smoothest one in this match. And that's saying a lot here. Yeah, Breaker was all over the place. Couldn't get his footing when he and Trick Williams went to hit a double suplex on Damian Priest. It looked very awkward. You know, that's it's clunky. And then it ends with the Judgment Day coming out and being like, yay! Like, ugh. And I'm so sick of the damn Judgment Day. Like, so sick of them. It's so boring at this point. Like, oh boy, the Judgment Day won. Oh God, next week the Judgment Day is going to come out to have a celebration for Dominic's win. You know, like, here we go. It's the Judgment Day. I mean, SmackDown was not terrible. Not a terrible show. One of the last 3-hour shows we're going to have for a while, I think. Doesn't it change next week? I don't know. We'll have to check. But it is going to go back to a 2-hour program, which I'm kind of excited about. That makes it a lot more enjoyable for me. 3 hours is a little bit too much for me. I want that 2 hours. All right, let's see here. Let's go to Raw. Right? Let's go to Raw. Oh, I never put up the Smack. That's okay. We'll put up the Raw one. We'll go to Raw. The show opened here in Paris. We're in Paris. And we're going to go to Oba Femi. Right? We're going to go to Oba Femi coming out here with a nice promo. And the crowd was hyped for him, of course. We're overseas. Who wouldn't be excited to see Oba and do the entrance? And then you had Dominick Mysterio come out and confront Oba Femi. You had him come out and confront Oba Femi, JD McDonough. Oba kills both of them. Got the crowd hyped. Not much more to say about this. Nice opening segment. Oba will be facing Rey Mysterio here in the future in the King of the Ring tournament. So that's what that is leading up to. Mysterio and Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee were then shown backstage, and Penta and them talk, and also Chad Gable and talks, and they're like, Chad, you need to apologize to some people, you know, from your past, even before you put on the mask. So I feel like they're teasing like a him and Otis apology at some point. And then we have Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea Green versus Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch, and another women's King of the Ring fatal 4-way match here on Raw with Liv Morgan defeating Becky Lynch. Ugh, God, dude. Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green. Yeah. Everybody was hitting finishers and trying to get pins at the end of this thing here. And Liv Morgan got the last laugh and picks up the win. Moving on, as she's already the champ, so I don't know. She wants it all. The winner's supposed to get a shot at the belt and the Queen of the Ring title, but I guess Liv just kind of wants the Queen of the Ring title and no one to get a shot at her belt. I guess that's the hot take we're getting here. I don't know. I didn't think this was good. The match was okay. The match was all right. Seth gave. I didn't think the finish was good. Seth gave a promo saying that him and Roman Reigns have unfinished business. I then got up off the bed. I walked over to a glass bottle. I broke it onto the ground. I then pulled my ass out, my bare ass, and I started dragging it through the glass shards, because that's what you do when Seth Rollins says that he's going to have unfinished business with Roman Reigns. That's the last fucking thing I want to see, man. Is Seth Rollins the Shield bullshit? I don't want Shield bullshit, dude. I'm so over it. Like, my God. Stop, dude. You've milked this cow dry. The cow looks like a California raisin. It's shriveled and dead. Leave it alone, dude. So a little bit of note here is that Liv Morgan surpassed like 50 days as champion or something like this, has not defended the title once since gaining it, and is in this Queen of the Ring tournament, which makes zero sense. 0 cents. But apparently it was also Liv Morgan's birthday, so happy birthday to Liv Morgan. Then we had Sol Ruca versus Bird Girl Lyra Valkyria. Now, this should have been a grade A match, right? This should have been really good. Lyra Valkyria, I don't know. Sol Ruca's still so green, dude. Still so green. Lyra Valkyria, I don't know, is the one to have like really carry her through these matches. They did not have chemistry in this thing. They were clunky. But Sol Ruca did get a clean soul snatcher, so that was the highlight here, is that the soul snatcher looked good, but everything else in the match was very clunky, and I thought it was just a bad match overall, like really bad, which isn't good for Sol or Lyra. You expect better out of these two, but is what it is there. Then we have Chad Gable. I know you're going to be upset about that, Dirt. I don't mean to slander any of the name of Sol Ruca. I just no chemistry here between these two. You know, old Bird Girl. Oh, it's me, Bird Girl, and me, you know, me Irish potatoes, and me, oh, me Becky Stompers. What'd she say that one time? She's like, oh, me Becky Stompers. I'm going to stomp Becky into the dirt, into the mud. I'm going to swish around in the mud and do an Irish dance. Yeah. The Usos and Jacob Fatu showed up to Seth Rollins' locker room to warn him what he said about Roman Reigns, and I was like, God, dude. I walked right back over to the glass I had broken earlier that was already covered in dried butt blood, and I just started dragging my ass through the glass again, because that's what you do when Seth Rollins starts saying he has unfinished business with Roman Reigns. And Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu come in to confront him. So now we got Jacob Fatu. We're supposed to be, oh God, Jacob Fatu's working for the bloodline. Like, who gives a fuck? Ugh. All right, so So Michael Cole also mentioned that Valkyria wasn't allowed to challenge Lynch for the title, but the rule has been lifted since Sol Ruca has won it. Well, it doesn't matter. We don't want to see that match again. Um, anyway, I don't know whose fault everything was, but the match sucked. Anyway, LA Knight, LA Knight comes out here, and he wants the crown for the King of the Ring. He's talking about it. Um, he says he doesn't take orders from Roman Reigns. He says he's the chief. He's the chief or whatever. Dude, I don't know. This promo stunk. This wasn't good. He's like talking about how the people chose him and stuff like what are you talking about, dude? You're like lukewarm water, Which I have some here. Wet my whistle. You're like lukewarm water. Like you're palatable. And you're good. But there's a ice cold, Spellegrino over there. And then you have Jimmy Uso show up, and it doesn't make or Jay Uso show up. It doesn't make things any better. And Jay Uso comes out here and cuts the most. He made LA Knight's promo look great. Jay Uso's promo that he comes out here and cuts is so bad. He tries to act so hype. This man is 40 years old. Jay Uso is 40. And he's coming out here and he's saying, "This your warning shot." Bow! Like, what, dude? What? These fucking culture. I'm tired of these culture vulture Samoans, dude. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them. Oh, you can't say, shut the fuck. Yeah, shut up, dude. Yeet. Oh, these guys These guys have been walking around like they invented the word yeet. Which is fine, Stick with the Yeet character. It's fun for the kids or whatever. But now they've just turned Jey Uso into like the worst like hype man, hype beast. Like he comes out there and he's like, "Oh yeah, LA, don't talk about my family. Here's your warning shot." Like so bad, dude. Such a bad promo, Jey Uso. Can't talk worth a shit. Still struggles to this day, clearly. If you ever see him and his brother do interviews, Jimmy's the one steering the ship. Jimmy's always been the one steering the ship, and he had to come out here to steer his brother away from LA Knight before things got physical. But not before LA Knight said, "Hey, I wish you luck again, Jey Uso. Wish you luck." For some reason, he kept wishing him luck. I'm not sure what that was about. It was kind of annoying, actually. And also, LA Knight, he keeps slipping up and slipping on ropes and missing the mic when it's tossed to him. He's just overall goofball, dude. He might need to pull his ass out and drag it through the glass that I've provided for all of us. Ghost Note. What's going on, Ghost? Just a couple of dudes, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. That's right. We are just a couple of dudes. Hope you're having a good. You're up late. You're up late for a Wednesday night, Ghost. You're usually not up this late. But it's very good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Just over here talking wrestling, man. I've almost breezed all the way through it. That's what happens when I don't have Jacob and the constant intermittent banter. All right, let's get to a good match here. We had Penta versus Rey Mysterio. Now this was fucking awesome. This went 2 commercial breaks. This was a very long match for a TV match. Michael Cole called this a dream match. You could say that. Yep. There's definitely a lot of hype for this. Penta, Rey Mysterio, 2 of the biggest luchadors of all time going against each other. It makes a lot of sense. Ghost says, "Yeah, I've been working. Got tomorrow and Friday off." Hell yeah, Ghost. What are you getting into then? If you got tomorrow and Friday off, that's a double day. That's a weekend. Right? You're getting an early weekend. So what are you going to do? You gonna get crazy? You gonna get wild? Or are you gonna take it easy? What's Ghost getting into? So in this match, yeah, the crowd was hot. It was the match was good. They all hit their big moves. We saw 619s. We saw, the Mexican Destroyer and a really clean one for the win, of course. And then after it was over, we had Ethan Page and Rusev come in and attack both men. But then we had Dragon Lee make the save. But Penta did defeat Rey Mysterio with the Mexican Destroyer, and this was a great match. This was an A+ match. This was the best wrestling we got all the way through SmackDown, all the way through Raw. Both shows. This was it. This was the best match. Probably Game and Paint. All right, dude. Paint. What are you painting? Are you painting like a wall in a room? Are you painting like a canvas? You painting something up? You painting up something good? Let me know what you're painting, man. And let me know what you're gaming. You're probably looking forward to what's it called? Zoo Tycoon 2? Planet Zoo 2. That's what Ghost is definitely looking forward to. He's a big Planet Zoo head. All right. That should have been our main event, but it was not. Javon Evans versus Seth Rollins versus Tala Tonga versus Ricky Saints. This was a really good match, actually. I thought this match was really good, really well paced. This also, I believe, went through 2 commercial breaks. There seemed to be a little bit of an alliance between Tala Tonga and Ricky Saints, but that was short-lived, of course. And it looked like Rollins was about to win when Austin Theory showed up and pulled the referee to keep him from counting, and then he had Montez Ford come out and drive Theory out of there, get him out of there. And then Braun Breaker showed up, so a bunch of interference right here at the end. Braun Breaker showed up and hit a huge spear. And then you had Evans preventing Ricky from taking advantage of the situation, and he hit his OG cutter on Ricky Saints for the win. And Evans defeats Tala, Saints, and Rollins. And Javon Evans is moving on here, which is very surprising. I did not see that one coming. And I enjoyed that finish, and I enjoyed this match. I thought this was good. Got no quips with it. I thought the interference at the end was, a little bit much, but not overdone in the sense to where it wasn't palatable. And then you had Rusev ripping off Ray's mask and Penta covering him up, and then Chad Gable coming out to get the major babyface pop and save to his old music, which I know everybody was happy about. Everybody was happy about that. Ghost says, yeah, probably a canvas. I'm going to go smoke and pass out, though. Nice seeing you. Awesome, Ghost. If you got any cool paintings, I got to set up some way to where you can send us that. Yeah, we have a Discord. It's a private Discord. I don't have anything public. I don't know. We'll have to figure out a way. DM Slipper House or something on Instagram. Figure it out. Send us a picture of one of those paintings, Ghost. We'd love to see one. We'll put it up here and show it off. I'll make it a background or something cool. I'm going to go smoke and pass out. Nice seeing you. Absolutely. Absolutely, Ghost. Nice seeing you too. Love hearing from you and knowing you're doing well. And I hope you have a good 2 days off. Enjoy your 2 days off, Ghost. You deserve it. Let's get back into where we were. As that was our main event. That's really it. I mean, I don't really have anything else besides. Oh yeah, Chad Gable. Just hyping up Chad Gable. And then we had more Judgment Day stuff to end it with just a little bit of backstage stuff with Roxanne Perez being like, when I mean, I just don't care. Don't care. Snoozefest of the summer, Judgment Day. Judgment Decade, my bad. The Snoozefest of the summer, the Judgment Decade. But Rusev ripping off Ray's mask. Harsh, dude. And then Chad Gable making the save. That was the right move. That was the right move. WWE does have the ultimate babyface on their hands if they pull the right strings. If they pull the right strings. I think people want to see it. I think the time has been long overdue. I think him dealing with this injury and then coming back as El Grande America. Well, he was El Grande before he left, but the way the storyline progressed and it just kind of naturally developed this way, you guys got to let it naturally lay where it goes from here on out. Like with Chad, just see where it goes, man. He's gonna get the reactions. People love Chad Gable. The suplexes are awesome. I don't know if you saw some of those suplexes that Rusev was eating, but they were awesome. Rusev was getting suplexed right onto his neck. It looked like it was insane. But I love Chad, and I'm glad to see him back. I'm glad to hear that old music too. That like Alpha Academy music. That shit's the fucking shit. Let's go. Or whatever it was. Not Alpha Academy. No, wait, is that right? Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff there at the end of Raw. Nothing too upsetting. It could have been a lot worse, but we're overseas here for these shows, and they were happening at 2:00 over here where I'm watching. And they were in Italy and in Paris for one, so it was 2:00 over here. But they were really good shows and really hot crowds. So we're excited about it. Oh, we got Jake chiming in. He must be taking off. All right. Yeah, he's taking off, I think. He's heading up into the sky. Getting ready to fill the sky. Fill the sky with farts. What's a good gift that we could send Jake? That would be funny. That he would like. I know we'll send him. We'll send him a gif of Batista. Right? Let's find a good gift. Oh yeah. There we go. I'll say this is Batista walking in the seat. I'm going to say, remember to walk alone. Remember to walk alone. I walk alone. Right. Yeah, but that's the wrestling this week, guys. I mean, that's the wrestling. A pretty, pretty light on things. The storylines are light. I mean, it's summer. Like I said last week, they're not going to be like feeding us a bunch of craziness this summer. They're not. Right? That's why the main title belts feel like mid-card titles. The mid-card titles feel way bigger than the main titles at this point. I mean, they're getting more airtime. They're getting more TV time. They're getting more representation. It's not the same old boring shit. At this point, we want Sami Zayn to win the WWE Championship, and we want Roman Reigns to drop it to whoever the fuck's not in his own family. That's all we're praying for with those titles. So we'll see where things go. We will see where things go. I want to give a special thanks to Ghost Note for joining us in the chat. Special thanks to Dirt for always joining us in the chat. And you can join us in the chat. We're live here every Wednesday at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time right here on the Suppress Extra Extra YouTube channel for Pro Wrestling Sauce. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back next Wednesday. Check out all of our content here. Our Raw and SmackDown final hours. Nothing's going to change there. Jacob might be not tuning in with us there every week like we had been, as he is going to be in Europe. So there's no way he can time it out perfectly with us every week, but I'm sure he'll be joining us from time to time. So we will be back live Monday and Friday for your Raw and SmackDown final hours. And then you got Tuesday nights. We had a good episode last night of House Assembly. Check it out right here on the Superhouse YouTube channel. We got, we're live every Tuesday now. So no more Sunday night videos waiting or anything like that. Just live on Tuesday, and it's there for you. And then Thursday night, we still got an open time slot. You know, there's still something happening there. We're figuring it out where things go with the Thursday night time slot, but there's something happening on Thursdays. If you didn't check out the Uncle Dad interview that we did, go and check out the Uncle Dad interview. Maybe we'll have Uncle Dad back in the studio at some point. Maybe we can get Tyler back up in here. So back up in here and chat again. Because that was a lovely chat, and I've been enjoying their new EP. I have been enjoying their new EP. Being honest, it is available everywhere now, so go check that out and check out the interview I did with them. And then our Survivor content, I know I keep saying it's coming, and it is. It is. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what I want on this Thursday thing. I don't know what I want the Thursday thing to settle into once Survivor's done, you know? Because Survivor's going to pick back up again. You know, maybe I could just wait it out and just throw like fillers in for Thursdays. But I kind of want like a set something that I can, you know, take a break on when Survivor's on or something. I don't know. I'm working through the kinks. So, we'll be back. We'll be back next week on Wednesday. Pro Wrestling Sauce. Safe travels to Jacob. Safe travels to everybody at home. We'll see you all next week. Let me hit you with a few of these.
Oh, son of a bitch! What? Yeah! Oh, what? You're 47!
Tonight
What are you gonna do?
marks the dawning of a new era.
Well, hell, Debbie, I don't know who I want to vote
Tonight,
out.
ladies and gentlemen, marks the dawning of a new era.
Son of a bitch!
You were
That was good. Did you guys like that? All right. Everybody have a good night. See you guys next time. Bye.